I know that smoking is bad for your health, but I didn't know just how bad cigarette butts are to the communities we live in. Did you know that cigarette butts make up 40% of the total litter collected in California? Cigarette butts are being tossed from cars, flicked on roads, and dropped in places such as our local parks where children play. As part of Teens Against Tobacco at Calaveras High School, we have been working with park groups and public health to deal with the issue of cigarette butt litter in our local parks. In just 5 weeks, we found over 200 cigarette butts near a children's play area at one Calaveras park. And that means park staff and volunteers are left to clean up this mess. Cigarette butts are not only littering Calaveras parks, but they are also toxic and poison to our environment.
So there's lots of butts that pollute our parks, and that's bad for lots of reasons. First of all, cigarette butts are not biodegradable. Most people think that the cigarette filters are made of cotton, but they're not. Cigarette filters are actually made of plastic, which can last in the environment for a really long time. And actually, it gets worse. Cigarette butts also capture some really nasty toxic chemicals. These are the same toxic chemicals found in cigarettes. These can harm pets, wildlife, and children.
Small children could mistakenly eat cigarette butts and choke on them. Cigarette butts are also full of these poisonous chemicals which can make them sick. So imagine these toxic, chemical-filled cigarette butts lying in our parks, releasing poisons into our environment. Do you want kids playing in this? Littered cigarette butts also give kids a message that it's okay to smoke and trash our parks, and that's not cool.
So what did we learn in Teens Against Tobacco? Although we knew cigarettes are bad for us, what we learned is that littered cigarette butts are toxic. They damage our environment, and they're not being properly thrown away in receptacles. Each year, toxic cigarette butts end up in parks where children play. They're damaging the parks where people go and children play. I learned that cigarette filters are made from plastic and don't biodegrade. Help us keep Calaveras parks a safe place to play. Please join us in the fight against tobacco litter. Follow no smoking policies in local parks. Ask smokers to keep tobacco away from park areas where children play. If you smoke, throw your cigarette butt in a proper receptacle. To get involved, contact the Tobacco Prevention Program today. Thank you.